It's almost like I look like I dove into the water and picked I don't know, like almost feel like a siren or a kind of like a mermaid-ish feeling. It's like I'm not fully just human.
Okay, so you jumped into another life and now you're an aquatic being?
Yeah.
Alright, what is that like?
It just feels very my energy in this life is just very appealing to men. It feels like it's like the main purpose was just like almost just hedonism or something. It just feels very I don't know, just feels very sexual.
So then, you're an aquatic being. Are you referring to like the male species of the being of same like a merman or a...
Good question. No, they look like they're human.
Okay. Okay. So then, all right. Then, so let's have you step out of your body, in this life for a second, and then observe what you look like, and describe it for us.
I have red long hair. Very pretty. Slender. Very free spirit.
And look down at your torso, and do you have feet, or are you more fish-like?
More fish.
Okay. So would you describe yourself possibly as a mermaid?
Yeah, it actually looks like I'm a mermaid. That's crazy.
Okay. And do you have any jewelry on at all? Any kind of jewelry or any adornments?
Well, there's a lot of gold on. Necklace, bracelets, ring.
Awesome. Okay. And then, do you have a name in this life? Do you remember?
I don't get a name. I don't hear it.
Okay.
Oh, Josephine.
Josephine. Okay. So then when I say Josephine, does that resonate with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so why don't you describe the life of Josephine as like on a daily basis? What basically do you do being in the ocean?
I just feel so free in the water. And then I just lay and bask in the sun when I want.
So you can breathe underwater as well as above?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then, what about your family? Do you have any siblings, and if you do, what are they like?
I have a brother. who's very playful also, so we just go get into mischief together.
Oh. Okay. So then as you're having fun with your brother, look into his eyes. Do you recognize this soul?
It's Scotty again.
Okay. And what about your, what does he look like?
He's like a merman also.
Okay, so same features.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to where you live, underwater. And let's see you with your parents. And describe to me what that's like.
It feels like we have the ability to shapeshift and have legs when we want to live on land. It's almost like he and I go to do that and have fun, but then we come back and live on land. It's all like, I don't know if it's like a magical ability or what, or if it's a metaphor, but I'm going into a house close to the beach.
Okay. So you primarily live on land then, and you just go in
Yeah,
and you shapeshift into the water as mermaids and a merman to have fun?
I think so.
Okay then, let's go to where you live then. So then you shapeshift back to what we consider a normal human being?
Yeah, I'm seeing an older man. It must be our dad.
Okay, what does he look like?
He's got like salt and pepper hair and glasses. He's smaller build.
Okay. And does he have the same ability?
He did, but he lost it because he got too serious.
So you have to have a playful spirit in order to have this ability.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. As you look into his eyes, is this a soul that you recognize?
I almost feel like it's one of my clients. My client in this life named Steven.
Okay. And then, where's your mom at this point?
I don't think she survived childbirth.
Okay. So where did you get this ability from? Did you get it from your parents, or is there another reason why you and your brother have this ability, and even your father at one point?
It feels, oddly, it feels almost like those, like a Greek mythology thing where, like, one of the gods had a child with a human or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So is this on planet Earth then?
No.
Oh, okay. What planet is this?
Feels like Neptune.
Okay.
It's very green.
Green meaning like vegetation?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you look into the sky on this planet, what do you see?
It's It's a red sky.
Red sky. Okay. So it's lush with vegetation and has an ocean.
Yeah, and the animals are different.
In what way are they different?
They don't have 4 legs, or I don't know, they're just different looking.
Okay.
They kind of look like, some of them look more like dinosaurs, but some of them look like tripeds. Instead of 4 legs, they have 3.
Oh wow.
They kind of hobble.
Do you have an affinity with these animals in this atmosphere?
Yeah, and I feel like the 3-legged thing is like symbolic of the power of a pyramid. Like there's some sort of extra power within the pyramid, so that's why they have 3 legs. 1 in front and 2 in back.
Okay. So you have pyramids on this planet of Neptune. Is there, what is the significance with the pyramid? Is there multiple pyramids?
Yeah, they're showing me in the solar system the power of the pyramids receive the sunlight. And so the pyramids are methodically placed throughout this planet. So they're rotating it to show me.
So they're placed on energy grids of the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're showing me how it heals. Like the gold pyramids heal the people. So they live really long.
Okay, so these pyramids are a source of energy and healing as well?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And then and then also it has something to do with these animals having 3 legs, triped type beings.
Yeah.
Okay, fascinating. Is there anything else that these pyramids do that we haven't discussed yet?
Well, I'm just getting messages that everything is mathematics, and that everything that's ever created was created with a mathematic blueprint. And so everything has a reason or makes sense or something.
Okay. So then everything is divinely designed.
Exactly.
Okay. Sacred geometry.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, fascinating. Okay. So then let's go into, when you transform into a human, back now, are you on an island, or is this a continent that you're living on?
Feels like an island.
Okay. So when you're back on the island after transforming back to a human, what is it that you do there as a human being?
I make tapestries. Very creative.
So, okay, tapestries, so meaning like blankets, or?
Yeah, and it looks like I put a special symbol, and it looks like the blankets are woven with some type of golden thread, and they help heal people.
Okay. So I would like for you, when you come out of this session, I want you to remember this symbol so that you could draw it out so that Stephanie can see this.
Okay.
So then the tapestries that you make, what is the function of these? You said because of for healing, is that reason?
Yeah, the materials have the vibrations that, like the healing power of gold.
I see.
So I make them for the sick and they get better.
So then you create these tapestries with this, these abilities to heal, and then you just are they on a bed and you just lay it on top of them, and then they.
Yeah.
Okay. So then once again you're a healer in this life.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything significant about your abilities to heal? Anything else that you do other than create the tapestries with the sign?
I move energy with my... I do this similar stuff. I move energy with my hands.
Okay.
I can see myself seeing the energy in the sick and moving it and releasing it.
Okay. So is this in conjunction with these tapestries?
Yeah.
So is this some sort of a ritual that you do? You put it on their bodies and then you go through a healing process?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
I also don't carry their grief with me like sometimes I do in this life.
I see.
I think I'm understanding how to bring this message back in so that I don't pick it up as much.
Good. So let's kind of paint a picture. When you go and when you're going to healing someone who's sick in this life, is this kind of like a house? Is this a hut? What kind of structure do you go in to do your work? What are the structures or buildings or where people live? What does that look like?
It's a well-made building. Kind of looks like an infirmary, where there's just a lot of sick people. But it doesn't have a negative feel. It's like the concept of being ill is not bad. It just is. It doesn't feel like in this society that it's viewed as like a horrible process. It just feels like it is what it is. And then I think that's also why I don't pick up the energy, is because there's more neutrality about it.
Okay.
So I could just heal it, wipe it off, like no big deal. Interesting, my body feels so heavy right now.
So does your brother join in these activities? Is he a healer as well? Or what does he do?
He makes jokes. He looks like a jester or something. Like he looks like he entertains people by making them laugh.
Okay, so he's a healer through humor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful. Everybody needs a good laugh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's move forward in that life to the next significant time in the life of Josephine, and be there now.
Okay. There's some sort of church, and I think this looks more sad. This looks like people come there that have really bad deformities and stuff, and that feels heavier than the other place.
Okay. So then what is your role in this as a healer?
It feels like they are comfortable coming to me because I I have an ability to love them regardless. And so they come for the comfort, and I'm holding their deformed hands, and it doesn't bother me. And then they get healed because they look like they actually literally are transforming as I'm doing that. It's really cool.
Okay. So once again, then now you're kind of taking it to another level as far as your healing is concerned, and you're healing these people with basically deformities.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And at this stage of Sophina's life, what age would you say you were?
38.
Okay. Okay. Anything else significant that happens in that scene?
No, I just feel like it's just such a lovely energy. It's really cool to watch.
Okay. So let's move forward again to the next significant moment in Josephine's life. And what's happening now?
It looks like my son is getting married.
Oh, okay. And how old are you at this point?
42.
Okay. And describe the surroundings. What kind of a ceremony is this going to be? Since obviously you're not on Earth and you're on Jupiter, or on Neptune, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. It's outdoors. There's just a lot of red. Just a lot of red on this planet. Like, makes me think of where they drop the water to put out fires. Like, it has that red tint in it everywhere.
So then not only is the sky red, but the ground is red as well?
Yeah, and there's like I don't know if it's like a reflection or if it's actually red though.
What color is the water that you were in the beginning of this life?
It looks more like black, but it doesn't feel that way when you're inside. It's just like a illusion. When you're looking at it, it looks dark, but when you go in, it's clear.
Okay. So is there any so kind of interested in the ceremony of your son being married? Is there something that's unique about the ceremony? The joining of two people in marriage on Neptune?
They have them. There's something they do with their hands to join them. Looks like it's actually almost like a literal sense of like there's a merging of their hands as one.
Metaphysically?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful.
It's trippy. It gives them, as lovers, the ability to understand one another better.
Oh, I see. So they're connected on a very deep level.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I should get that here. Okay, wonderful. So obviously a very beautiful and wonderful day.
Yeah.
What else happens in that scene that's of significance? Is your brother there? Is your family?
I feel like my son is Connor in this life too, and this one feels like it's a huge celebration, you know, and it's like days long. I'm seeing a lot of people bow as they take each other's hands.
What are they dressed in? What is your Connor? What is he dressed in, and what is the bride dressed as?
She's wearing like a really pretty sheer dress. It's kind of pinkish, and it looks like he's in a somewhat of a suit. It doesn't look like the traditional suit though. It's more, I don't know, it looks cultural, like, I don't know, colorful more.
Okay. So kind of culture to what your people wear, basically.
I think so.
Okay. Wonderful. So since you're on an island, are you on the beach for this wedding, or are you somewhere else?
We're a little bit inland, but I can see the beach.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Really nice. So in that lifetime, in that culture, is there a lot of people, is there a lot of people on this island?
No. It looks like, no, there's not a lot of people at all, actually, but that's what makes it special.
Are there adjoining islands, or are there any other islands around, or are you just kind of in the middle of?
There's other islands around, and interestingly enough, it looks like a similar pattern to the thing I would sew on the blankets. Like the islands almost have the shape of the healing.
Oh, okay.
It kind of just looks like an octagon, like a gold circle, but with 8 sides.
Okay. So the other islands that are around you, there's people on those islands as well? And
yeah, there's more people on the other islands. I think this island is special for healers and for... It feels kind of like it's an elite island for some reason.
so then do the people from these other islands come to your island to get healed?
Yeah, but there's a lot they have to go through in order to get there.
Okay.
I'm watching all these different checkpoints.
So when you say checkpoints, is this for security reasons, or?
It looks like they have to earn it, specifically through goodwill.
Good intent.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't let negative beings on this island. Okay. But are you all the same people, basically, the same race in a sense, when it comes to all these different islands?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. And as a human being, because you have the ability to transform, do you look any different? I mean, obviously you look different as a human being, but can you describe what your people look like?
Our eyes are larger.
Okay.
But otherwise mostly look human, but the eyes they're just a lot larger.
Okay. Is that because is there not a lot of light on that planet? Is it a little darker?
It could be part of the reason why the eyes grew bigger, but also feels like it's like the windows to the souls, so because it's very much about higher consciousness or something, so you can see through, and since the eyes are so open, it's easier to know.
Okay. So there's no hiding.
No.
Good. Any other physical features that's unique? It's a little different from being your typical human being.
The feet have extra toes.
Okay.
And there's different The skin has like a different pattern or something on it, or feature. I don't know how to explain it.
So would you say it's still more scaly?
Maybe. It just has like, yeah, a lot of different lines or something.
Okay. Does this have anything to do with your people, their ability to shape-shift into the water and then back again? Does this aid in that process at all?
It looks like it's remnants from doing that.
So it's kind of evolutionary.
Almost like when you wear a pair of pants that are too tight and then the seams leave marks on you. It feels like it goes away, but maybe because we just were there, it still left the imprint.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward to the next significant moment in Sophia's life. Be there now.
Wait, I thought was it Josephine or Sophia? Should I move on again? I lost track.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh.
Josephine.
Oh, it is, okay. She's bringing a bunch of people that she's healed for their, looks like some sort of judgment before somebody.
Okay. What's happened with these people? Have they done something? Have they done something wrong, or?
I feel like they might have, but she's asking for mercy for them because they learned their lesson.
Okay. So let's find out what they did so we have a better understanding. Use your knowing and imagine yourself speaking and defending them.
I think that they stole food because they were hungry.
Okay. And is this like an elder that you're...
Yeah.
Okay. And what does he look like?
He's a large man with, it just seems almost like larger than the rest of them.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then what is the outcome of this scene?
He allows them to have, he has mercy over them.
Oh, good, okay. So you saved them.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else that's significant in that scene?
Oh, I'm watching the tears that they cry are black.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's really sad.
So now, is this a different type of a being than your people? Or is this the same race that you are?
It's the same.
Okay. So then when you guys cry, you have black tears.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting because the eyes are larger, so as you cry, it gives you a lot of information about where the person's at because it shifts based on how much one has cried in their lifetime.
Oh, really? So the amount of tears has to do with how much pain you've gone through?
Yeah, and then the color shifts, so then you know more about the person by just looking at their eyes.
So when you say color, are you referring to the tears or the eyes?
The eye color changes based on how many tears, so I think the tears actually shift in color too.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really trippy.
That is amazing. Okay. So let's go ahead and move forward to the last day of that life.
Okay.
Let's drift and flow to the very last day. And let's be there now. And what's going on?
I'm laying on the bed, and it's a hard bed though, but it doesn't matter for some reason. But it's, I'm about to take my last breath.
And how old were you at this point?
I don't know, like 1200 or something.
Okay, so your lifespan is very long then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And how do you feel in this moment, as your last thoughts in that body?
I'm at peace with it.
Do you feel that it was a good life, or?
Yeah, it was a meaningful life.
Okay. So go ahead and take your last breath. And go ahead and float out of that body. And once again, who is there to greet you?
It's my dad again. My dad in this life.
In this life? Life of Stephanie?
Yeah.
Okay. So was he